Hey, I'm here with my 2024 Hobonichi Weeks, and I will start using it. I only have one more week left in my old one, which has been served me faithfully well. I have it in my in a cover with a insert, and then I have that inside of this Asian vintage cover. So it travels with me everywhere. That's the thing I like about the Weeks, is it's small size. This is, I believe, my 4th year using it, and I feel like each year I get a little better at taking full advantage of its features, and I'm excited about jumping into it for 2024. So I have it in clear cover. I've done some setting up with it, so I'm just going to kind of go through, and then I just need to do the last little touches and I'll be good to go. So usually here I'll probably stick some sticky notes and maybe some quotes that I like or stickers that I like. We'll go here that just things I find kind of inspiring or interesting. On this page, I've put some of my own printables here because this year I'm focusing on balance and balancing 5 areas of my life: the spiritual, physical, relational, house, and then work and financial life lumped together. So this is just kind of my reminder at the beginning, and I am evaluating some more, but I'm going to have kind of a goal of like this pie chart of how much time as an average, not day to day, but as an average on this. Like I'm working on doing better at sleep and, taking time to exercise and things like that. So that will kind of just help keep me on track. So I have those categorized and color-coded that I can carry through. This I have plans for to track some things on this page and this page. So these 2 pages are basically kind of health and fitness type tracking is what I have plans for. So they won't be very interesting, and I probably won't share them again, but that's my plans for those pages. And then we jump into the monthly, which of course is a workhorse for me in the weeks. This is where all the main scheduling happens, that then gets transferred into week by week. But this is my main reference for events going on, so it's very crucial. My weeks planner, I have a lot of different books and planners that I use for different purposes, but the most important function of this one is scheduling, number 1, and number 2, it's where my to-do lists live. So also use it for some other like notes and planning and other things like that too, which I'll get into, but those are the 2 top priorities for this. Then if I do something aesthetically pleasing or fun with it, that's just icing on the cake. But as long as it does its function, then I'm happy. So I have gone ahead, I use these small months. I do like the month to be a little bit more obvious than this. So I have put tabs. That's one thing I did not have tabs on the month because I thought, oh, they're just, 1 page apart. But actually this is what, if you're at the doctor, if you're somewhere and you're scheduling something ahead, I want to be able to flip to those months very quickly and readily. So I did put tabs on there. I have tabs available for free on my Patreon site. You don't have to be a paid member. You can be an unpaid one and get those. So if you want some tabs for yours, I have a sheet that has different sizes, and these are the little ones for the weeks. I use the bigger ones on my bigger journals. So last year I put them on the weekly pages, but I don't really need them there because I just have a bookmark for where I'm at, and you know, don't do so much planning ahead. But this, I need to be able to flip through the months, so that's something I'm doing different this year. So I did do some minimal decorating with some of my printables on the months, which I think will be fun, like just the days of the week and the name of the month. And that's all the decorating I've done so far. I tend to kind of do a little bit more as I go, or as I have a blank day, then I'll, you know, doodle or stick a sticker in or something fun like that as I go. So those are the months. We'll come back to those in a bit. I don't typically use, well, I say that, I do use these, like if I'm really planning further ahead, like on into next year, I do use these and then transfer them into the next one, because I end with when the new week starts. So usually even December will transfer into the new year. So those are nice to have those. So then we get into the weeks. I've gotten the first week decorated, I guess, and ready, prepared, which starts November 27th. So the week after Thanksgiving week. And this is the layout that has just proved to be the one I keep coming back to. It works well for me. Over on this column, I have my scheduled events. This section is my top priority to do for that day. I have longer lists that I put further back in the book, but these are my top priorities. And this is where those come from. So this is my list. And if you notice, I have them divided into these color-coded sections that match my 5 categories of life that I want to have a healthy balance in. And so I try to have tasks in each of those sections. Now, the biggest one is always work things. That's just how it is. But by having these, it helps me realize, oh, what can I do to develop relationships? What can I do to improve my health? You know, whatever. So that has worked well. I've been trying that out already here at the end of the 2023. It ends up looking something like this, is how my weekly pages end up looking. And this basic system has worked well, where I sort out these categories of my life. So I do like that. Stickers happen only if there's space, because number 1 priority is function in these. This little box kind of varies week to week what it is. It'll be if I'm needing to track something or keep track of something. I also often write, do my meal planning in this little box. Like at the bottom, I'll write what, you know, the supper plans are. It's just a useful little, for the extra things that I want to make note of in there. So this basic layout has worked well for me. So I have actually been enjoying the quotes more. I have the English version, and I did in 2023 also, and I have been actually reading and kind of enjoying some of those quotes. But so then I have all these weekly section, and then so I don't need a tab for those because I just mark where I'm at currently. I don't plan ahead usually in the weekly section, but I do flip often to the notes, and I like to get the mega because I am a note taker, and I have switched up a little slightly my notes pages for this year. I put a tab there so that I can flip easily to this section because I do use it a lot. I always have a list of the goals for the year. So like the big overriding things that I want to get done in a year. Something new that I added this year was splitting it up by quarter. So I take those yearly goals and what quarter am I going to get those done in? And then from the quarter, which is new to me, I go to my monthly, and I've always done the monthly goals lists as well. I don't always get everything done, and sometimes like some of January's goals get moved to February or March, but it helps me quite a lot. I like having those goals list, and they just kind of like, does this what I'm deciding whether to say yes to something that comes up? It just helps me to look, what are my goals for this month? Do I really have time in this month? The schedule might say I have time, but look at all these goals I have for the month. So that I find very helpful. These are also from one of my printable sheets that I had in November. And then I go on, I have my December goals, and then I go on to books that I want to read, and then books that I have on my shelf waiting to be read or that I want to read again. Just a little reminder. So I have had these pages, like what ends up being these pages before, but I didn't designate them ahead of time. So I think it'll be helpful to have a designated page for some of these things. We'll see how that works for me this year. I thought it'd be fun to keep track of books I've finished. I have not done that before, but I think it would be kind of interesting to see. And then like what maybe some of my favorites are, or ones that like I might recommend to someone else. And because I forget if I don't write them down. Also movies to watch. Someone will mention a movie that was good, and then when my husband and I are actually getting ready to watch a movie, we never can remember what those are. So it might be fun to write those down. And then also just a list of meals to fix. So when I'm uninspired or stumped, I have a list of things we like that I can go to and pick something out from there, or things that I like that we usually have the groceries on hand. Sorry, I'm making that shake. That we have groceries on hand, then I, can go to that. Gifts, I also kind of try to keep track or plan, I should say, gifts that we plan to give people. So we'll have an idea of, so-and-so would really like that. And then I can write it down as a plan of something to give them. And then I also, expenses, I'm going to try to do a little bit better job of keeping track of those. And so I've actually paper clipped a whole section here for that. And then medical information like prescriptions or phone numbers, or whatever I need to list there. And then begins my workhorse pages that I just call my daily pages, and they're just my lists that I always have running in the back of pages of my weeks. And I really like being able to do that, and I don't need that every day. Like, I put the top few jobs in my week section, but this is like a more extensive, detailed list that I'll put back here. And I don't necessarily need that every day. And like, this day was short and this day was long, list of things. But that's very helpful to me. I count on that a lot. So that is what will happen in that section. And then I'm going to try to do a better job. I've not done a great job in the past of using these little pages in the back. I'm going to try to do a better job. Favorites, that's a good idea. Just little things, your places you want to keep track of. I'm going to try to use that. Maybe, not so sure about that. one of my goals for 2024 is to send more cards, and I don't know if I'll get 100 sent through the year, but I thought it would be kind of fun to visualize that. I'm a kind of visual person, so, and I've decorated it with little envelope and mail truck stickers, so I'm gonna work on that. I like this new section, an interview with myself. I do think at the beginning of the year, maybe I'll sit down and do that. I think that's a good idea. On New Year's Day, I like to, do some reflection on the past year, planning for the new year, and I think that would be a good time to maybe sit and go through these and fill that out. And I don't know that I'll, we'll use these, but it's okay. This is another tracking thing for every day of the year, and so I'm going to try to make use of. And addresses, I don't know for sure. I may keep a few in there. I'm not positive, but that's it then. So that's how I plan to use the book. So now I just need to go and fill out, transfer the things that need to be put on the calendar, both things that are already scheduled. I also want to record the holidays, since they are not in these, and I do like to keep track of these things. So I have a list of what day things are on in 2024 and stickers. And then I'm going to use these little stickers to mark birthdays. So that's what I'll do. To show you how I'm using the Hobonichi Ane, I'm not sure how you say that, pouch. It is by Hobonichi. I added this. I wasn't wild about, I love the color. I wasn't wild about the hula girls or the pattern. I got this little patch. I will have to put a link down below. It's from a Etsy shop. It says enjoy the little things, which I thought was perfect because in here I keep all my small stickers or planner stickers, like, or not even planner stickers, but other stickers as well, that are small, like these, that I use in my weeks, so that are an appropriate size for the weeks. Up front are my more specifically planner stickers. In the back are more decorative stickers, which I just tend to stick in here and there as I have space for them. So that's what I did also get, that I haven't used yet this year, some Hobonichi stickers that fit the little calendar spots. So that I think could be fun. So I also keep a little bit of washi tape in here, and I have some, like a ruler, just like everything I need other than the pencil to do work in my weeks is in here. So it's all very handy. I just have my little weeks. I keep this at my desk, but it's, very compact. And so that's been working well for me, and I will continue with that. So that's my 2024 ready to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.